What's up, people? So, in order to keep up with my list of the best films of 2015, I watched 1944, an Estonian war drama taking place in World War II that was recommended by 9gag, believe it or not, and it was okay. It's definitely not going to be on my list, but I also wouldn't call it a total waste of time, because if it was, I wouldn't be making this review. 1944 tells the story of several Estonian soldiers caught between two sides of the war, Soviet Russia and Nazi Germany. As far as synopsis go, I'm not going to tell you much more than that. You are either interested in watching a film about this, or you're not, and I'm not going to spend the next minutes saying why this film is extremely underrated and why everyone and their mother should watch it immediately. I do, however, find it depressing that on this movie's official Wikipedia page, the only thing listed on the reception is its IMDb score and the fact that Russia has banned the film. So that's rough. But anyway, one of the best things this movie does, and something another war film I saw this year should have done, is having actual characters for the audience to root for. It's not like you need much, since this movie doesn't even do a good enough job of having unique and interesting characters, and yet that's one of the better aspects of this film. Just by trying, you already have something going for it, and the movie knows how to use them. At parts it gets a little bit cliche and even soap opera-ish, but when it's all said and done, you'll understand what the movie was going for, and it's actually quite interesting and ambitious, although I think this type of story would be more suited for movies with a serious budget and a 2 to 3 hour running time, not for 90-minute cheap tricks. You see, this movie has a ton of problems. Either the sound during the battle sequence is atrocious, where it sounds like it's coming from another source and not the actual film, and even gives the impression you're going deaf, or because the presentation isn't very strong. For starters, it looks like a better version of what a sci-fi channel war film will look like. It's not very cinematic, but it also doesn't look terrible. It's similar to Stranger Things in that regard, although even Stranger Things felt more cinematic than this. It's all about the atmosphere, and you can tell that if this movie had a stronger direction and acting, the scenes where you see characters getting stabbed or shot wouldn't look so sloppy. This movie is less about shocking you by what it shows, and more about trying to shock you by what it implies. Something that can work, but here it just comes off like a cheap trick. There's only one brilliant moment, and the movie doesn't even manage to capitalize on it. In fact, after that moment, it's cliché and stupidity, and then the film decides to change direction and become a different story altogether. So, that was weird. But anyway, I'm giving 1944 a 5 out of 10. It may seem like a piece of shit since I basically just said negative things about it, but it's decently shot and pretty interesting for someone that doesn't know much about this side of history, like me. But I don't think it's a movie that you need to watch right away, or ever. It's pretty mediocre. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you like it, comment below, down below, leave an upvote for that VidMe algorithm, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!